Hello, it's Chris from Wrightune, Wallingford, Oxfordshire. I've completely lost what I'm going to say. Hello, it's Chris Wright from Wrightune, Wallingford, Oxfordshire. We're a Porsche specialist. We service and repair modern and classic Porsche, as well as doing restoration and engine rebuilding here. Thanks for coming down today, guys. Design 911 always provides us with excellent service. Us as a company, we started 20 years ago. My dad started it, I owe it all to him. He's still here, he's doing it sort of part-time now. He's like semi-retired, but it's good to have that old knowledge. Predominantly started off doing mainly race cars, race clients and engines, and then moved more into road, and we do a lot more road now, road work, as in servicing and repair, general repairs, and we also do a lot of restoration work on the earlier air-cooled cars, predominantly engine work, but we can do the whole car. We do a lot of engines and gearboxes. As I said, Design 911 always supplies the stuff. It's the highest quality, and also the service is excellent. It's really fast, next day. My dad had a career, started off in the 70s. He built the engines for the 1975 Mirage GR8, Ix and Bell 1, the greys. My dad built the engine, and that was when he was 23, so it's pretty good. Pretty good, that's understatement slightly, but you know, we are Porsche people and we're pretty calm. Last time he was employed, he was working with G-Force Motorsport, working on some of the greats like the GT1, the GT2s, the GT3s, 935s, all those monsters, and then when he wanted to go on his own, and he felt that Porsche was the, and obviously having worked on other things before like Ferrari, Lamborghini, all high-end mark, but he decided that Porsche was the best engineered product, so it was a no-brainer to do a Porsche-only business. I came in about 11 years ago, and then I started running the company about 5 years ago. Joe has been with us since he was about 17 or 18. He's 34 now, so he's learned everything from my dad, and he's very, very skilled. Mike's joined us more recently, and again, he's come from the general sector, but his work ethic's excellent, and he's learning at a rapid rate, but also he's very good with the diesel stuff. So with like Cayenne and Macan and stuff, we can brought another element to the business, so we can be more round and, you know, do anything Porsche. So yeah, just showing it's a bit cramped down here. A lot of stuff's been moved down here, but we've got a lot of engines here stripped. You can see the condition of the engine when it's stripped. It's all this now needs cleaning and checking, but I'm sure a lot of the parts will be out of tolerance or need machining and maybe replacement. Again, that's something that Design 911 help us with. For example, like they've supplied Marla barrels and pistons here, you know, and that's OE. That's what you'd buy from Porsche, but you know, they've sourced that directly. That's an example of internal component, and now this is the finished product. Well, it's not quite finished, obviously it needs the inlet system and exhaust system, but it's the long block, and this is what we do. And obviously everything inside mechanically will be checked or new, which will be supplied by you guys, but that's a lot of the things we do is like aesthetically as well, so it looks as good as the mechanical work on the inside, so it's reflecting that. And also when you open your engine bay, I think you want it to look nice when you've had an engine rebuild, so we get all the parts plated, covers vapor blasted or powder coated, whatever the customer wants, or whether it wants to be original, or if it's a special, you have options. Yeah, we clean the crankcases, get ultrasonically cleaned. If things have been through there before, like for example, if the engine's been built and sealed up with silicone sealer, which you should never do because it breaks off and gets stuck in oilways, etc., stuff like that, and then that's going to cause, you know, oil starvation stuff. You don't want that. You've got to clean out that, so sometimes we have to debung, like, you know, like this, and there's bungs in the back here, and clean it all through. Sometimes replacing piston squirters, we can check them, and a lot of these parts are all original. It's 90% of it is original. All these covers, a lot of people think we're just bolting on new parts, but what we're trying to do is restore and retain, like, you know, all the original bits. So this is sort of like one of the specialist areas of our company is engine building, rebuilding and modification, and rebuilding engines. Happy Christmas. Right, just going to talk about some of the cars that we're working on at the moment. So this is a 1971, I believe, 911T, and it's coming to us. It's been bought. It's in seemingly good condition, but it was running quite badly. Aesthetically, the engine looked really nice, but mechanically it wasn't. So it's come out. We're rebuilding the engine, and you guys designed 911 are supplying all the parts of the engine. It will be also going to body shop, because although the paint looks nice, it is starting to rust, is starting to come through, so that needs to be investigated further. So that'll go to one of our partner body shops. This 944 came in with no brakes basically. The brake fluid looked like it'd never been changed. It was black, and the calipers were seized at the front. So we've overhauled them. They're going to be going back on, and all the brake lines and some brake lines and bits. This KN came in rough running and needed an MOT. One of the injectors was leaking. One of the injectors was not operating correctly, so we replaced them. That sorted out the running problems and the engine check light. We just changed the rear control unit to sort out the fog lights, which wouldn't work, and that was because the drains at the rear got blocked, and we got water ingress in the car. Wrecked the control module. This 987 Gen 2 had a running fault. It's had a high pressure fuel pump fitted, and it's also going to have all the gearbox oils changed, PDK oil and the other oil. So that's that really.